sit, down, and stand, transitioning from luring to hand signals.
Now that you guys are having some success with those food lures, we want to start moving those behaviors onto hand signals. Hand signals follow the same movement as the food lures, but we do them with an empty, flat hand. So for instance, since we lured like this for sit, this becomes our sit hand signal. And since we lured like this for down, this becomes our down hand signal, although initially we're going to go all the way down to the ground. For stands, since we lured like this becomes our stand hand signal. Now I want to note the reason that we do this so quickly is that we don't want to build a dependency on having to see and smell the treats first for our dogs. So we start to move them onto hand signals once we're seeing consistent results with those food lures.
Let's take a look at the sequence. I'm going to go ahead and narrate so that I can point out some of the finer points of the technical skills that will help you expedite your training. So I do my hand signal once and wait, I click, then grab my treat and deliver. Empty-handed, straight down to the ground, click, grab my treat, and then I'm going to feed in the position that I clicked for. So if your dog pops up, you're going to just require them to go back into the clicked position. I'm just going to wait her out. You'll notice that I'm not doing extraneous movements. I just want to do my signal once and then give her a lot of time to think through it. Always feeding for the position that I clicked for. And what happens is if we feed for position, we start to lose that behavior of popping up. So a lot of dogs, when they're in the down, we click it, we grab our treat, and as we're grabbing our treat, they pop out of position. This actually teaches them that it's inefficient to do that. Just hold the down position, I'll bring the treat to you. We're gonna watch that clip one more time, but before we do, let's review what you're looking for. Notice with my training that I only do my hand signal one time. Then I wait holding that position, no extra hand signals. Number 2. Feed in the position you click for. If your dog pops out of the position as you're grabbing for your treat, require them to go back into the marked position and then hand over the pay. Number 3, mark using your verbal marker or clicker before reaching for your treat. Now she made that look really easy, but it's not always straightforward. Let's talk about troubleshooting if our dogs struggle with this.
Sometimes with dogs, when you're working on the down hand signal, what we'll see is that they'll follow that empty hand down, they'll sniff it and they'll say, you don't have any food in there, I'm not doing it. And so if we see that, there's a split step, a half step that we can do to get over the hump with that. Now I'm going to use just a pink marker so it's really visible, but what you would do is you would actually tuck the treat into your hand right about here so the dog can't see it on the side that they're following, but they can smell it. You would do your full hand signal, and then when you mark it, you then grab a treat out of this hand or with this hand and feed.
Ruby's one of our day school students. You'll see her in the next clip. She is a dog that also struggled with following an empty hand down to the ground. So with her, I'm going to have her be following one hand, but eating from the other. Yes. Once you're getting a quick response from your dog, wean out that treat in the hand signal hand. You'll want to practice this for a few days, a couple minutes at a time. Next week, we'll talk about adding verbal cues. For now, take a few minutes to practice and then move on to the touch targeting video next.